What's up YouTube, this is Matt here, and I'm going to try and make this fast because I just did a deck profile that was like 19 minutes. That's ridiculous. But this is my final Constellar deck. My last one has like 3,500 views and it's pretty popular, but I wanted to get a final deck build out there because this is the most consistent and most fun deck that I've played in a very long time. I just really like this. I've been playing this deck for a couple formats now, and I think I've got it playing exactly the way that I want it to. So this is the final Constellar deck profile that I'll have out unless some game-changing card comes out that I really need to throw in here. So yeah. So to start off, the triple Caos, the triple Sombre, triple Pollux, and the triple Algidi. These are the only Constellars I play. I cut the Sheridans because Sheridan is shit. Yes, it gives you consistency. I know, I've heard the argument 1,000,000 times and I've contemplated it forever, but Sheridan just does not have any synergy with the deck at all. Like, all the monsters in here do something for the objective of the deck, and Sheridan, although it is the only thing that can search out Sombre, just does not help you with the deck at all. So instead I play the triple Photon Thrasher. It's a level 4 light monster that can just special summon itself. It really helps you get a lot of monsters on board really quickly. And for the one-ofs, one Bear and one Honest, I decided to run the Bear again because although it's not light, it does help you recycle your dead tankies. Well, not recycle, but use your dead tankies and then get to your Caoses faster. So that is 17 monsters, and that is literally like the perfect Constellar lineup. For the spells, I think I'm playing 17 spells as well. Triple Tanky for your searching, and then the one Rhoda for your Polluxes and your Photon Thrashers. Double Kaiser. Too many times I would draw into a second one when I really didn't need it. Playing 2, you'll see it, but you won't top deck it when you really need to top deck something else. Triple Upstart for the consistency factor. I wanted to main these just because game 1 I really just want to have the consistency to win the game, and then side in whatever I need to win game 2. Double Soul Charge, because Soul Charge is fantastic. The one book, hell yeah. Triple Lance. I'm playing Triple Lance because I want something to back up my Pleiades. I don't want to have a nude Pleiades on the field. And playing Triple Lance, you'll always see it. So yeah. And if anyone's got the gold rare lances, hit me up. I'd love to trade for those. And then my last tech quick play spell is Double Shrink. I swear to God, if this card gets popular off of this video, I'm gonna laugh so hard. Shrink is such a fucking funny card to play. You're like, I guarantee if you play this on your opponent, they will smile because this card is just no one sees this shit coming. Who the fuck plays Shrink? Someone who played Decree. So fuck yeah, I like Shrink a lot. I think it's a really fun card. And then on to the traps. Solemn, Torrential, Bottomless. Bottomless has been an iffy card in my opinion. I've tested Compulse, Fiendish, Deprison, Debunk, Call the Haunted, just a bunch of different shit, but Bottomless just helps you out with so many things. It doesn't target, it banishes. Like, Bottomless is just an amazing card. It's limited for a reason. And then the ultimate trap card of all time, Royal Decree. The ultimate fuck you. Just make sure to flip it before you get solemned. That's my word of advice. Because you having this down and getting solemned is literally the worst feeling you will ever get, because you know you had something to stop the solemn, but you can't fucking chain it because solemn's a counter fucking trap. So yeah. Play this during the standby phase or some shit. That's my word of advice with the decrees. So that's 40 cards. Like I said, unless a game changer comes out, I'm not going to change the shit. It works literally perfectly. Like, I love that deck. This deck. For the extra, the one Guy Dragon, 1 is more than enough. With the Ptolemy. These two kind of go together just because you can overlay them. And yeah, I mean, you won't really, like, I only play 4 rank 5 monsters, so you really don't need to use these all that much, but they are there for when you want to use them. Double Pleiades, because it's your boss monster of the deck. I don't think you really need 3. I've tested 3, and it's fun. Like, I just don't want to rely on Kaus, you know what I mean? Like, I play so much rank 4 shit, like, the Photon Thrashers really help with the rank 4 aspect of the deck, but I just don't want to rely on Kaus, because I don't want to have an extra deck stacked with rank 5 monsters, and then not ever see my Kaus or my Tenkies or anything, so, yeah. And then my other two, Volk and Shark Fortress. Yeah, Tyrus, Adrius, Zenmayo, credit to you guys, but you guys just aren't good enough. Shark Fortress is just too good for when they have Light and Prismatic Mirror or something, and Volcasaurus is just fucking phenomenal. And I'm going to explain this real quick. This is the Constellar OTK. If your opponent has 8,000 life points, what you need to draw into is a Pollux, a Kaus, and a Sombre, or 2 Pollux and 2 Kaus. So basically, first turn, you get your Pleiades, you flip your Decree, you play your Kaiser, you got your Lance, whatever. You make this live, and make sure your opponent doesn't have a monster on board after the turn. And then, yeah, so during the end phase, you bounce your monster, and then during your turn, you bounce a spell or trap. If you have the Sombre, you go and you make Shark Fortress, or if you have the double Pleiades or the double Pollux and Kaus, go for Shark Fortress, overlay your Pleiades, or overlay your M7 on your Pleiades, detach from this, make Ptolemy attack twice, that's 5,400 damage, and then you overlay Gaia Dragon for the last 2,600, and that is 8,000 damage right there. So that's the Constellar OTK. I just wanted to throw that out there real fast, just because I don't want to explain anything after the video. So yeah, those are all my higher ranks, and the rest is all rank 4. Double Omega, because I don't have some of the cards that I would prefer, so I'm playing Double Omega instead. 1, Bujinte Tsukiyomi. This card's amazing. It turns shitty hands like a Photon Thrasher and an Honest into really good hands. It's just extra draw power that you can use. 1 Starliege, because Starliege is amazing. It's a badass looking card, and it's so good. There's no downside to playing him. 1 Tiger King, just because I don't have Exciton or a second 101, so I thought, why the fuck not? 1 101, because this card is amazing. I really want to. I'm a big believer in the double 101. 1 Black Ship. Hell, you could run 2 of this card. This card's amazing right now. 1 Ragna Zero, because this card is phenomenal. The decks that you can use this card against, this card is just fantastic against. During either player's turn, it's too good. The draw power is amazing. It's a fantastic card. It works really well with Starliege Paludynamo as well. And then my last card is a Rhapsody in Berserk. I stopped playing Cowboy because I just feel like an asshole burning for game. It's just not something I'm about. I'm about having fun with the deck and having cards in here that I can have fun with and still win the duel. So yeah, Rhapsody in Berserk, if you don't know what it does, it's 2 level 4s, 0 attack, 12 defense. You can detach up to twice per turn and target a card in your opponent's graveyard and banish it. So this helps you get rid of like Dragon Rulers and just nasty shit that you don't want your opponent to have access to. And then you can target a face-up XYZ monster you control and equip this monster to that target, and that target gains 1200 attack. So you can like equip this to like a 101, and 101 becomes a 33 beater that has a material that like it won't be destroyed. So this is a good card to go into if you have something on the field that can become very big and you can protect. So yeah, like a Pleiades. Holy shit, I've actually never done that. Pleiades would be 37. So fuck yeah. So that's the extra, and then on the side, 1 Thunder King. It has some synergy with the deck, and I really don't side it in that often, but it's really good against like Geargia and like Prophecy, even though Prophecies aren't really that popular anymore. 1 Fossil Dyna, because I want, even though it's a one of, like, when I side it in, I don't see it that often, but when I do, like, it can really do work, especially with, like, the Kaiser, the Decree, the Shrinks, the Lances, so yeah. And then double Banisher, because I don't want to rely on Macro and Soul Drain, since I'm playing the Decrees. It just gives you something else to work with for banishing. So those are the only monsters I play. For anyone who is wondering, I don't like hand traps, even though it is nice to have something that your opponent will not see coming. Valor and DD Crow are probably the only good hand traps in my opinion. Everybody's playing triple Maxi, and I don't know why the fuck they're doing that, because Maxi is the shittiest fucking card ever. it doesn't stop your opponent from doing anything. Like, yes, it lets you have hand advantage, but like, I would much rather play under the Max C challenge than to stop just because my opponent might plus once or twice. Like, no. Fucking Max C sucks dick. I hate Max C. Every time that I fucking played it, I get OTK'd. That and fucking Tyrus. Every time I play Tyrus, I got fucking D-prisoned. So fuck that shit. Max C and Tyrus, I will never play those cards. I'm sorry, I just went on a little rant. Macro, Soul Drain, only traps I play since I'm in the decrees. D-Fissure, the third Kaiser, double Zombie World, just because I play decrees, so DNA surgery isn't my favorite option. I do have 3 of those, but I would just rather play Zombie World, and this card makes things in the graveyard zombies as well. So yeah, this will stop like Spellbook of Life, for example, or like Wolfbark or something. So yeah, Zombie World's really good. Double Nobleman for Girgias and the hands, and then the triple space to round out the side deck, just because I'm not maining them. They're easy just to put in to stop your opponents, like Light Imprisoning Mirrors, shit like that, so I really couldn't think of anything else to put in here regardless. This extra deck this side deck is pretty nice. So yeah, there you have it, YouTube. That is my final Constellar build. I am signing out with this deck. My next projects include, let's see, I got a couple projects going on. I got Gustos, which I really like. I played the deck when it was like a rank 5 or a level 5 synchro spam deck, and that was really fun. Now that Pilica's out, the deck is incredible. I really like it, so I'm building that again. I'm working on Dark Magician stuff with Tamias and all that. I'm working on Spell Counter. I have Prophecy. I'm working on like a Steel Swarm Tribute Summon Anti-Meta something. I don't know what that's going to become. It's just kind of an idea right now, but I'll let you know on that one. So yeah, guys, that's the deck. Tell me what you think. Like I said, this is probably going to be my final build unless some Game Changer comes out, and then when I get a second 101, the Exciton, and maybe like an Abyss Dweller, and obviously a Giant Hand. If I had a fucking Giant Hand, I'd shit my pants, but that's not happening. So yeah, peace out, YouTube.